Follow me, come on. Baja, 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 baja. Yeah, good girl. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my home. Today, we are gonna be doing a home tour, long awaited, but it's been a process to do all the projects that I wanted to do around here. But I think I'm ready to show you what I've been up to. Today, I'm gonna be showing you all the ways that my sustainability approach with fashion has translated to a home space. And I'm gonna be showing you the process that got the space looking the way it does. So come along and I'll show you around. Come on, Lighty, come on. Up, Lighty. Oh, wow, wow. So if you're not familiar with lime wash is basically the OG paint that is inherently eco-friendly and sustainable. Its only ingredients are lime, water, and the natural pigments to get the chosen color that you want. And so lime wash has been used throughout time, space, and cultures. You'll find it in European castles, Mediterranean villas, to South Asian temples. The only difference is that you have to create every single stroke and do multiple layers of lime wash. That is what we did in the space to kind of get this patina texture that you'll see throughout the room. I think there's a lot a person can learn between consuming fashion sustainably and how that translates to a home space. So for me, that is a cocktail between vintage and secondhand finds, thrifted items, upcycling things that I might find on the side of the road, trash day premium to supporting sustainable brands and designers. So this coffee table is one of my favorite vintage pieces in this home. I got this off Kayo, which is a secondhand furniture site. And I looked at it for probably 6 months before I eventually bit the bullet. But what I love about it is the way that it kind of combines visual interest. So it has like hundreds and hundreds of these wooden dowels. But it's also quite practical. So when I am hosting, one side might be the food spread, over here might be the drinks, and then you'll have everyone's plates and whatnot. So I love the levels of it, and I think for this living space, like I have a pretty unique couch, I would say, in its shape, and so I wanted to complement it with something just as visually interesting. So that is the story of this coffee table. So next we are in the dining room, and here we have our next trash day premium, which is these wooden speakers. Now, they do work, not very well, which is why they have become these glorified plant stands for my pothos on either side of these French doors in the dining room. So now we are in the dining room. So where do I begin with the dining room? Let's start with this dining table. I got this dining table from my neighbor who was getting rid of it. One day while walking the dog, I see this table covered with a bunch of different bed sheets. Turns out she was very attached to this table because it had been in her family for over 50 years through a move from Florida, among many other things. So she was really happy that it was going back to the neighborhood, and every year I send her photos of me and the table when I'm hosting friends, and she shows me photos of Thanksgiving dinners and all these different things. So we have a very cute relationship now hinged upon this dining table. These chairs I love. You know, as a artisan connoisseur, I love something that has been handcrafted, something that is woven. These are from Nicaragua, and they're from a brand called Messiah that has a really cool seed to seat model, they call it. So seed to seat is about the way that they focus on planting more trees than they harvest. So there's a really beautiful story of craftsmanship and regeneration that is behind these gorgeous chairs. And then we have this vase. Now this is what you call an ikebana vase. Ikebana is the Japanese art of floral arrangement. So this is a bit of a cheater vase because it has all of these predetermined holes for you to stick your florals in. But I think within Japanese culture, there is such a reverence for doing things with intention. And I love the way that translates to floral art as well. And then around it, we have these two glass vases that I glass blue. Glass blue, is that what you call it? I don't even know. But I have them made in Santa Fe, New Mexico. It was part of this workshop where you go and actually make a vase through blowing the glass. To say I made it is a little generous, I'm not gonna lie. I blew in the glass like twice and I was like, this is kind of hard. So the man graciously took my creative direction and made these two beautiful shapes. And then below them, we have some placemats from Ghana. And so I think throughout this home, you'll find that collecting things throughout travels and having different pieces that kind of speak to the craftsmanship of its place of origin is really important to me. Kind of this idea of the Artisan Archive embodied. Now I want to talk about some of my favorite thrifted pieces in the space, which includes this little guy. Now you might be thinking, what the hell is that? I still don't know what animal this is. In fact, it's become a bit of a guessing game when people come over. We guess what this is. We still don't know what the answer is. And then people guess what the practical function of this little guy is. And that I know. So this is actually a coconut husker, and you can place him on the ground and actually sit on this guy and husk out coconuts. Have I used it yet? No. Do I want to tell you how much I paid for it? Maybe not. But when I saw it at the thrift store, I was like, I need him. And I will, in fact, husk some coconuts this summer.
I want to know how much it was.
Guess.
60?
No.
It was more than that?
So it was originally 125. They gave me a 25% discount. So what is that? Or 20% discount. It was $100, and I know I shouldn't have spent it, but I thought it would be a good way to, build some arm muscles, and it's really a piece of furniture if you think about it. It's a chair. But that brings me to the things that were free in this space, like this table. This was also free. Found this on the side of a road, another trash bag premium. But these shelves are really special. These shelves I got from a lumber house in LA called Angel City Lumber. Now, Angel City Lumber is really cool because they only get wood from trees that have fallen from old age or extreme weather events. So there's no actual process of harvesting live trees, which is really cool. So I got this live edge shelf from them, cut it into 3 pieces, laser cut it, and now it's housing some of my favorite books, plant things, salt and pepper shakers. You get the drill. And so one thing you'll notice throughout the space is because all the wood kind of came from different, like a hodgepodge of different origins, right? This is from the neighborhood. This is from Angel City Lumber. That coffee table was from Kayo. It was secondhand. I realized I needed a way to kind of bring all these different wood grains and wood colors together. And that brings me to this piece. My other favorite piece that has been thrifted. I got this from a thrift store in Marina del Rey. Called Pepe's Thrift Store. Super cute, mom and pop owned. And when I saw this, I immediately knew I had to have it. It's made up of all these different wooden panels of different colors and different grains. And you'll notice that throughout my space, I have a hodgepodge of different wood, right? Because things have been, acquired secondhand or found on neighborhood streets. So there is no consistent wood. And so this, I really think, ties in the space together because of the different colors and grains of wood. And beyond that, it also serves a practical function. So it's where I store all my tools and things like that. And it's also a beautiful home for these terracotta pieces. This is a representation of my dog, Elaichi, with corn in her mouth. I got this in Mexico City, and then another terracotta pot. So this is my favorite thrifted piece alongside the coconut husker. So next we have the guest bathroom. And this bathroom has an automatic motion detected sensor and vent. So let's turn that off. But again, this was plain white, simple bathroom. And so the first thing I did was line wash this alongside everything else in the space. And then a friend of mine, Olympia, who's behind Supermarket, this great organic grocer here in South LA, had a bunch of leftover tile in this gorgeous blue color. So I was able to get some of those off of her hands and use it to create this gorgeous backsplash on the bottom half of the bathroom. But yeah, great addition of color, texture, scored it through the community, so another win. And I think for me, this bathroom feels like a Soho House hotel. So it was Soho House Hotel, Soho House bathroom. So this was another really fun DIY project. After we did the guest bathroom, I fell in love with the power of tiles and what they could do for a space. So enter the kitchen project. So again, all white space. So we had already lime washed the walls, but when you lime wash cabinets, you need a paint that is specific to cabinets and a bit more durable. So the brand that made my lime wash recently put out a set of cabinet paints. And so they use like plant-based, mineral-based paints. So again, without those volatile organic compounds, a lot better for our planet and our health. So that company is James Alexander for the lime wash, and their sister brand is called Thrive. So Thrive Paints is where I got these cabinet paint done. So we have like a matching beige to go with the lime wash. And then I started looking for a company that can do the gorgeous tile. Now I have this sort of quite 90s coated marble slabs as my countertops, which I'm not mad at. I feel like everyone and their mothers these days kind of have like that white marble look, but I kind of like the brown. So I wanted a color that would kind of complement the beige and the brown of the countertops. And so I found a company called Fire Clay. Now they fire all of their own tiles in Washington. And so I found this gorgeous olive tone. And now I feel like my kitchen feels like a cafe, which I really like. And so this was a labor of love. And then the same live edge shelves that you see here are the ones that were over there. These are also from Angel City Lumber. And because you know I love a good shelf and putting things on display, we have all these different things. We have a tiffin from India, a copper jug from India, and then some of my favorite avocado oils. These are little honey and salsa jars. And here we have a little coffee filter situation from Turkey. So that is the kitchen. And as you can see, color, texture, personality, that has been the name of the game for this space. So now I'm going to take you upstairs and show you what we've done with the bedroom. So now we are in the bedroom, and the core feature of this space is definitely this tapestry. In Punjab, we call them daris. And this one is really special because it was grown and woven by my grandmother. And so the cotton was grown by her, the threads were spun by her, dyed by her, and then woven into this tapestry. Now, I think this is really special for me because it shows the textile heritage in my own family, in my own culture. But this piece I put up specifically because I wanted it to be a piece of living history. This is the oldest tapestry that I have. This is actually from pre-partition, so it's something that she traveled with across the border. So really, it's a piece of South Asian history. But I actually have a lot of the daris collected throughout my family, and there are some weird ones, there are some funny ones, which I'll show you now. Okay, so this one makes me laugh because the finger work, it's such a good effort, but it's kind of like, those are some long fingers. This one's from like the 80s. So this one's interesting because it's their interpretation of what fish look like. And there's a long, skinny tongue coming out of it. So here we have the shelf of purses. And I am a big believer that if I do not see the accessory, I'm gonna forget about it and not use it. So I love the shelf just for the purposes of allowing me to see what I have, but also kind of likening my accessories to works of art. I think especially given, like each bag has such a specific backstory. Like this one is woven in Madagascar. This is from a friend's brand, Vano, that makes the most beautiful bags from India. Each one has a story. So I definitely liken my accessories to art, which is why they take up so much space. And it becomes a showpiece in this way as well. So continuing the theme of if I don't see it, I won't wear it, we have my jewelry corner. And I feel like the type of jewelry that I've been drawn to lately is the type that allow me to look like Mother Earth incarnate. What do I mean by that? I mean pieces that are literally taken from nature. So here we have a little bean sprout, and you could literally feel that there's still pods inside of it. So it's been cast in nature. And here is its older sister. It's a little ginkgo leaf that has also been cast in bronze. So I love wearing pieces like this. And in general, I think I love the art of accessorizing, whether it's purses, whether it's jewelry. I think it lends itself to a ritual of getting ready, which I really love. So this is the jewelry corner. As you can see, I love collecting objects. I am like a squirrel. Here we have the top of my dresser, And my friend, the wonderful photographer Simra Farouk, gave me the idea that you should make this look like a concept store. And then she went ahead and started putting all of my random objects on here. And here we have the concept store, also known as my dresser. So we have a series of things. We have these beautiful, beautiful serums in these little glass jars. We have books. We have a Gansa wand, which is meant to help balance your pH on your face. We have toe rings, more jewelry that looks like it was plucked from a tree, and perfumes. Yeah, again, I think it's so fun when you can see what you have and kind of play with the different colors and shapes of the objects you own. And that is the dresser. So now we are in the native garden. Now, the native garden is one of my favorite parts of this home, despite not being inside of those physical four walls. Here we have sage, we have lavender. And honestly, I'm not someone who spends a lot of time in the kitchen, but I think having this native garden really inspires me to see how that whips up things in the kitchen. Whether it's as simple as like drying herbs or trying to make a brown butter sage sauce, for instance. So yeah, this has been a really lovely space, and it often gets me thinking of, as someone who works in climate and sustainability, if you limit the idea of home to four physical walls, you're actually doing yourself and this earth and your community a disservice. So I think our sense of responsibility to stewarding home needs to extend beyond. So that's why I wanted to end in the garden. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you all next time. And Lychee says bye as well. Go, Lychee, go. Go. Go to your audience. Yay!